Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Obey. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at some AC Comics Superbabes. This is just kind of a random lot that I was able to get online. This is 13, 14, and 18. The series is pretty new. I have 1 through 4, and they're really hard for me to get. So whenever I see them for a halfway decent price, and it's one I don't have, I will pop on it. And I was able to pop on these and get them all. And if you're into videos like this, if you like AC Comics or anything like that, FemForce, or any other kind of comic, if you want, give me a subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. I always recommend against hitting the notifications button because that just seems really annoying. But anyway, Superbabes, issue number 13. AC Comics, they're of course still cranking stuff out like they've always have. Stuff that looks like it came from the 40s, 50s, 60s, and that's because a lot of it did, and that's why we love it. Now, their new stuff is much glossier, but even though this is what I would call a very glossy new comic book, they still use like poppin' color. Like, it's not like all like neutral tones like so many modern comics are. I really appreciate that. So here we have, I don't know what's going on in this comic because I've got the first 4 and I know it's basically it's the FemForce in like a side book, but I don't actually know what's going on at this point with the story. So I don't have much to comment on that, but I should probably get the who's working on this? Pencils, Bobby Ragland, inks, Mark Heike and Jeff Austin. I bought some comics from Jeff Austin. He usually does, inks, yeah. Script and inks, Mark G. Heike, Stephanie Heike edits the Heikes. So yeah, Jeff Austin sold some, he was selling like bundles of FemForce online and found out he used to be one of the guys who worked on the book. Didn't know he was still working on the book, so that's cool, but I appreciate that. It's cool to see that he's still working for the company. I knew he had, but I thought it was like probably a few years ago, so it's cool that he's still working on it. I do appreciate a good inker. I think they're a little bit underrated. We got Garganta, or not Garganta. Yeah, Garganta. I get these confused because I used to have a DC Comics Giganta, and I love Giganta, but this is Garganta. And I switch their names out sometime because I use this gal's name so much, but I don't read much DC, and I don't have much Giganta, but I have a lot of issues with Garganta in them. So like I was saying, I appreciate the coloring that this book and this company still uses today. They are bright and popping, and that is not something that you always get with modern comics. And as you can see, most of the time, shoot, it even looks like they're still dressing out of the 40s and 50s, which I greatly appreciate. That's just cool. Coming soon, Cauldron of Horror. Actually think I got that one. I know I got this one. Coming soon. FemForce 199. I got that. I think I got 200 and I'm up to 203 is what I have. Harrow in Heaven is a good book. If you ever run across it, it is, like it says right there, classic stories of vintage 1940s heroes in full color. Most of them are characters that I had not heard of because there is a lot of them out there. Try not to just throw that off to the side. Issue number 14, Return of the Black Phantom. Our comeback will be bigger than our setbacks. Script, pencils, and inks, Mark Heike. Looks like he's doing everything. Colors, Stephanie Heike. That would be, I believe, his wife. And editors, the Heikes. So looks like these guys are working it hard these days. And I did find out that Mark Heike is actually basically running the show over there. Used to be Bill Black, and I think Heike's been in control. I can't remember for how long, but the amount of love that some of these guys put into this book is amazing. I want mine. Is that so wrong? Squeezed her like a doll. And it's funny. This strange swimsuit looking thing that she always wears has not changed. Like, that has been the same, it seems like, forever. Got some kind of flat backgrounds going on there, and some pretty predictable panels. So there's been different times in the life of the Femforce comics and AC Comics in general where people, I'm thinking of like different artists, like Gorby would be one that definitely, C. Bradford Gorby, who does like these big blend pages, and they're not boxed up like this. And I typically greatly prefer those. These aren't bad though. I will give it all props, but I kind of like a more creative breakdown of panels and stuff. That's some pretty trippy looking panels just going on there, period. I think, I was going to say, I'm still seeing the credits for Mark Heike on pencils and inks, but some of this looks slightly different, so I'm wondering if maybe somebody helped. Femforce 201, got that one. Let's see. Cauldron of Horror number 2, I do not have that one. And Femforce 200 I do have. That is their 200th issue. Like it says right down there, since 1985, and still going strong. I've got one through, I want to say 111 or something like that, or 110. Then after that, it's really sketchy in the middle there. And then you get back into like 200s and late 190s. I'm doing all right. But there's a big sketchy block in there, and they're really expensive and really hard to get your hands on. I've even seen some of those just midway issues in there up to like $70. I don't know why. Anyway, this is issue number 18. Got a really nice nice cover on that one. Night Veil. Coloring looks a little dark on the inside. Wonder what happened there. Do we have a roll call for this one? I'm not seeing one. Pencils, Bobby Ragland. Script and inks, Mark Heike. Letters and colors, Stephanie Heike. Edits, the Heikes. And I assume that just means them together. That looks like Mean Gene Okerlund. Which, if you want to like rebrand him and put him in your comic book, I would love to see Mean Gene Okerlund as a regular in a comic book. We do get backgrounds. Almost every one of these panels, they're not super detailed. We only get one here. But like background, 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 no, and background. I noticed this when I looked at some other comics earlier this week, some Sheena comics from Devil's Due Publishing. Almost none of the panels had any backgrounds. And it was just so frustrating. And I'm like, you know, give us some semblance of a background sometimes, guys. If you're in a sci-fi book, you can do these like broad single color panel backgrounds, and that seems to be okay. Or if you're doing close-ups of severe face punching like Femforce is known for, it's not so bad. But typically, throw in some background, it really adds a lot. And I appreciate seeing that they're doing that here. Actually, everything's looking pretty good. Sometimes you can imagine that these probably get pretty rushed, just because it's only a couple people working on it, and they still have been hitting their monthly deadline pretty much consistently. Cauldron of Horror number 6. I would love to see and get more of those, but they are, all of these newer ones are hard to get your hands on. My local shops don't carry them, and they won't pre-order them for me because I don't use credit cards. And so yeah, that leaves me purchasing them online with pay services. Classic Stories, Harrow in Heaven number 6. Don't have that one. That one looks really cool. I don't recognize any of those gals. But that is pretty much the deal with those, is I never recognize who's on them because I have no idea. They're usually really, really obscure public domain heroes from the 40s. Anyway, that is Superbabes 13, 14, and 18. Just a random lot. I was able to pick up a few issues. Like I said, if you can find them at a reasonable price, go for it. I've so far never been lucky enough to get them at cover, but that's me. Anyway, that's my video. Thank you again for watching. And once again, if you'd like to hit the subscribe and like, I'd appreciate it. If not, I understand as well. Have a good one. That's my story. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.